Mom was nervously twisting a napkin in her hands, and then she said, "Your father and I have decided that the apartment should go to your brother. He has children, and you don't have any yet." I didn't understand right away. Honestly, I sat there looking at her and my mind couldn't process it. What apartment? The one my wife and I had been saving for 10 years? The one I worked 2 jobs for? The one my wife didn't buy herself a proper coat for 3 winters because of? You know what 10 years means? I'm not going to tell you about numbers now. I'm going to tell you about reality. It's when I come home at 1 in the morning after my second shift, and my wife is already asleep because she also needs to get up at 6. It's when we celebrate birthdays with tea and supermarket cake because a restaurant is extra $200. It's when all our friends go to the beach in summer and we say we're doing renovations, when in reality we just can't afford a vacation. It's when my wife cries in a fitting room because she likes a dress, but it costs $80, and that's almost a monthly payment for the apartment. It's when I turn down beers with friends because let's save that money instead. It's when we buy the cheapest groceries and calculate whether we'll make it to payday. I lost 10 years of my youth for this apartment. My wife lost her health. She's on stress medication now. We didn't have children because we need housing first. We put our entire lives on hold. And for what? My brother, 3 years younger, a good guy, honestly. I love him. But he had 2 children while living in a rented apartment. He didn't save for 10 years. He lived normally, went to the beach, bought toys for the kids, celebrated birthdays at cafes. He lived, you understand, and we existed. And now Mom tells me, he has children, he needs it more. He needs it more. Him who never denied himself anything. Him who didn't invest a single penny into this apartment, not a single day of his life, not a single tear. And you know what kills me the most? That they didn't even ask. They didn't say, maybe we can help your brother some other way. They just said, we've decided. As if it's their decision. As if it's not my life. I tried to explain. God, how I tried. Mom, we saved for 10 years. So what? Your brother's children are growing up now. They need space. Dad, I work 2 jobs. So what? You're young. You'll earn more. Do you understand that my wife and I denied ourselves everything? Well, at least your brother's children will grow up in normal conditions. My wife sat next to me and cried, just silently cried. And Mom didn't even come up to her, just said, don't cry, you still have everything ahead of you. What's ahead, Mom? Another 10 years of saving, another 10 years of not living, and then someone else with greater needs will come and take it again? You know, I didn't feel anger at first. I felt this cosmic, absolute pain, like when something gets ripped out from inside you. All these years I thought, look at us. My wife and I are doing great. We're doing the right thing. We'll endure now, but then we'll have our own place. I repeated this to myself every day when I went to my second job, when I refused purchases, when I saw the exhaustion in my wife's eyes. And it turns out that all of this is nothing. It turns out that your work, your life, your sacrifices, none of it matters. Only one thing matters. Whether you have children, not how much you worked, not what it cost you. Just, do you have children? Have children. You deserve someone else's property. Don't have children. You're worthless. Even what you earned yourself. I'm not making excuses, but I have to say, I don't hate my brother. I'm not even angry at him. He probably didn't know that our parents would decide this either. Or did he? God, I don't even know what's worse. But here's the thing, you understand? His children will live in an apartment paid for by my sleepless nights. His children will run on floors paid for by my health. His children will sleep under a ceiling that cost my wife a nervous breakdown. And what will I tell them when they grow up? When they ask, Uncle, why don't you have your own apartment? What will I say? You see, kids, we were saving for it, but your parents needed it more. We came home. My wife didn't say a word the whole way. And at home, she just sat on the floor. We still have old furniture. We saved all the money and said, 10 years. I lived abnormally for 10 years. I didn't buy cosmetics. I didn't go to the hairdresser. I cut my own hair. I didn't eat at cafes. I counted money for the bus. I refused to have a child because you said housing first. And all of this, so your parents could say, your brother has children, he needs it. And I didn't know what to answer her, because she's right. She's absolutely right. I destroyed her life for a dream that was taken from me with one phrase. Mom has already called 3 times. She says, don't sulk. We're doing this for your own good. It's harder for your brother. He has children. Dad sent a text. Be a man. Understand the situation. Be a man. Understand the situation. But I don't understand. I honestly don't understand. What did I do wrong? That I worked? That I approached life responsibly? That I wanted to secure conditions first and then have children? Is that my mistake? You know, I haven't given my parents a final answer yet. They're waiting for me to think about it and understand. For me to come and say, okay, Mom, Dad, I agree. Give it to my brother, but I won't say that. I won't say it not because I'm angry, greedy, or spoiled. I won't say it because otherwise my whole life is a lie. Otherwise, all these 10 years are just stupidity. Otherwise, I betray myself. And I betray my wife. This apartment isn't just square footage. It's our life. It's our youth. It's our sacrifices. And I have no right to just give it away. I have no right to tell my wife, you know, my love, everything you cried about, all those years of economizing, it was all in vain. Forget it. I won't tell her that. Tomorrow I'll go to my parents again, alone, without my wife. She can't anymore. And I'll tell them everything, everything I wrote here. I'll tell them about those 10 years, about my wife's tears, about my sleepless nights, about how we denied ourselves everything, about how love isn't giving one child what another one earned. I'll tell them that the apartment will be ours because we earned it, because we paid for it not with money, with life. And if after this they don't understand, then I'll lose not only the apartment, I'll lose my parents. Because I won't be able to communicate with people who think my life is worthless. That 10 years of my work can be crossed out with one phrase, your brother has children. In these 2 days, I understood the main thing. People don't value what they didn't earn themselves. My brother won't value this apartment because he got it for free. My parents don't value our work because they didn't see it. They only saw the result. But I saw it. I saw every tear of my wife's. I felt every sleepless night. I counted every saved dollar. And I know the price of this apartment, and this price is too high for me to just give it up. I don't know how it will all end. Maybe my parents will understand. Maybe not. Maybe my brother will say, listen, I don't want someone else's property. Maybe he's claiming it too. But I know one thing. I'll speak my truth. I'll tell them everything I feel. Not anger, not resentment. Truth. The truth about what it means to work for 10 years. The truth about what justice is. The truth that love for one child shouldn't come at the expense of another. Maybe I'll lose my family. Maybe they'll call me selfish. Maybe my brother will be offended. Maybe my parents will say I disappointed them. But at least when I look in the mirror, I'll see a person there. A person who didn't betray himself, who didn't give up his life, his work, his dignity. And you know what? Maybe that's the most important thing. Being true to yourself. Even when everyone is against you. Even when everyone says you're wrong. Because if I give up this apartment now, I give up myself. 10 years of my life. Who I am. And I won't do that. Tomorrow there will be a conversation. Difficult, painful, possibly the last one, but it will happen. And I'll say everything. And then life will show. But at least I'll know that I tried, that I fought for what's mine, that I didn't give up.